Yo, good evening, everyone at home from Canada, USA, International, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on the 288th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast. I do apologize for delaying the episode yesterday. I didn't record yesterday because I was still contemplating on whether or not I should talk about what went down with the gentrification of the Jamaica Bus Depot, which I actually talked about in a previous episode. In case you didn't know, go check out episode 285. I basically was talking about how the Jamaica Bus Depot, Jamaica Bus Terminal is about to close down because the lease is up and stuff. But you know, as I said before, the fucking landlord who brought that shit should be ashamed, and the MTA should be ashamed too for trying to have the bus operators park their buses by a fucking police terminal, which I find it to be ridiculously stupid right there, man. So yeah, and I'm just man. I think I'll talk about this even more in a future episode, probably not in today's episode. Just a little brief recap, actually, for you folks out there. So, yeah. No. Anyway. Why don't you go ahead and grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555 for live videos, alongside with tapping the noti bell, alongside with alerts so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, along with the date and time and reminder of when the live stream recording episode is going to start. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics that's being discussed in each episode. Plus, be sure to download the episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, listen, stream, and watch these episodes. And of course, tell a friend to another friend. Stay tuned for more video content, especially new and previous episodes whatsoever. In case you miss any of them, don't worry. I got you back on everything whatsoever, all right? And I will handle the rest at the end of the podcast episodes. So, all right, we're going to get into some transit stuff. I am going to save the gentrification topic for a future episode, all right? So I'm not going to be able to discuss that in today's episode. So yeah, let's get to it. The New York Mass Transit Files. Let's go. Okay, here is what we have on the agenda of our first topic in transit stuff. So before I get into that, let me give you a shout out to somebody that's in Instagram live feed. In case you didn't know, you can follow the podcast on Instagram and of course Threads and everything else. If you like to chime in on the topics that I'm going to be talking about or whatever, you're more than welcome to go on the Instagram live feed, or I can send you an invite link so you can be a part of my live stream on YouTube. All right. So there you have it right there. Hold on. Shout outs to the crew from Where's the Brunch podcast. I appreciate y'all, man. All right, so let's get into what's going on here. So here's what's happening. Um, a 19-year-old woman was killed in Rockaway Saturday while waiting for a bus after being struck by a sleeping driver. Officers discovered 19-year-old Ava Con- Conklin of Hell's Kitchen lying on the sidewalk at Rockaway Beach Boulevard and Beach 108th Street with severe bodily trauma just after 2:15 p.m. on Saturday, June 24th. She was taken by EMTs to Brookdale Hospital in Brownsville, which is in Brooklyn. For you folks don't know where that is, it's in Brooklyn, where she was pronounced dead. Oof. That's tough, man. Okay. Police say an unidentified 29-year-old man fell asleep behind the wheel of a Hyundai SUV he was driving westbound on Rockaway Beach Boulevard. The snoozing motorist hopped the curve and plowed into Conklin as she stood at the bus stop, which serves the Q22 and Q53 routes, as well as three metal benches. The driver was taken into custody for questioning, but had not been arrested as of Sunday morning. The investigation by the NYPD's Highway Collision Investigation Squad remains ongoing. The section of the section of the sidewalk where the incident took place was recently widened, but did not prevent the driver from jumping the curve. Okay, this is the most stupidest thing I ever heard. Yeah. Let's see. So the incident occurred just a block away from the site of another fatal crash. Sanitation worker and cat rescuer Ernie Cabarrus was driving just 200 feet from his house at Rockaway Freeway and Beach 108th Street when an off duty police officer crashed her car into his, killing him. 106 people have been killed on city streets this year as of June 18th, according to NYPD data. That's five more than were recorded at the same time last year. Conklin's death wasn't the only one from traffic carnage on Queens streets this weekend. Two people died in a gruesome crash on the Belt Parkway in Springfield Gardens near JFK Airport in the early morning hours of Saturday. Police say a 35-year-old man was speeding in a Dodge Challenger in the left westbound lane of the Belt Parkway near 183rd Street with a 29-year-old woman in the back seat when he sideswiped no, excuse me, side white. Yes, side swapped the driver of a Mazda SUV in the center lane. How stupid can you be to be a driver these days? That led the Dodge driver to lose control of the vehicle and strike a gantry, splitting the vehicle in half and ejecting both passengers. The passenger was pronounced dead at the scene, while the driver was taken to Jamaica Hospital and later pronounced dead. The other driver was not injured. Oh boy. Anyway, all right, so we have 200 strap hangers. Sheesh. Yes, about 200 strap hangers were safely evacuated after an L train partially derailed in Canarsie, Brooklyn Sunday evening. The incident occurred at 8:47 p.m. on June 25th as an L train left the line's southern terminus, Canarsie Rockaway Parkway, bound for Manhattan. MTA Communications Director Tim Mitten said the train was switching tracks when a single axle with two wheels left the track. This caused the fourth and fifth cars of the train to separate slightly, said Minton, making it unsafe for passengers to walk between them. Oh boy. Damn. This is not the first time I've been hearing about train derailments, okay? This is not the first time. Man, yeah, so approximately 200 riders in the train's rear cars were evacuated back onto the platform at Rockaway Parkway, while another 8 passengers in the front 4 cars stepped onto another train that pulled up alongside it, which then traveled one stop away to East 105th Street, where the passengers disembarked. No injuries were reported in the derailment, which remains under investigation. Service on the L was suspended overnight between Rockaway Parkway and Broadway Junction in both directions. Full service was restored by 5:37 a.m. Monday, Mitten said. Okay, so let's get into another segment right here, called Chatting All the Jazz right here, man. All right, so let's get into it right here. Okay. All right. Okay, this topic in regards to the wildfires in Maui, Hawaii, actually. There's been more than 96 fatalities that happened here. So it's been more than 96 fatalities actually. So it's about what? Let me see. So okay, so this took place. Okay, so all right. Um all right, man. What the hell happened here? Let me just see. This is crazy. Um okay, so what the hell's going on here? The death toll from Maui's wildfire is now at 99. Actually, it's probably going to be more than 99. So I will have to look into the update on that one. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said Monday afternoon local time. He had earlier told CBS News that specialists um, combing through the scorched ruins for remains will probably find 10 to 20 people per day for the next 10 days. Police are expected on Tuesday to release the names of people whose bodies have been identified and whose families have been notified. But Maui Police Chief John Pelletier said only 3 of the 99 bodies found have been identified by fingerprints. Many of the remains are so damaged they don't have viable fingerprints, he said, appealing to the public for DNA samples to identify the other bodies. Ah, boy. Um, Shit. So, okay, so the perimeter. Hang on a second. So the perimeter of the fire that tore through um Lahaina appears to be cooling without further expansion. Maui, Maui County Fire Chief Bradford Ventura said Monday, but he warned of other blazes that still demand a lot of attention and added that the National Guard and other teams are on standby to help. The fire department plans to fly over Lahaina on Tuesday to see if there are any hotspots around the edges that need further addressing, Ventura said. The Pulehu fire in the valley has been contained. In in Kailua, the wildfire still continues to burn with lots of hotspots, Ventura said. That fire does have quite the long perimeter, and it's in a lot of inaccessible areas, he said. Hawaii Governor Josh Green called for volunteers to sign up with the Red Cross and the Humane Society to join the very labor intensive support that is underway for families and animals devastated by the wildfires in Maui. He said nurses, social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, and other healthcare workers are needed. Hawaiian Electric Chief Executive Shale Kimura defended the utility's decision not to shut off power to areas experiencing heavy winds, which threatened to knock down power lines and fan flames. Kimura, echoing earlier statements by the utility, said at a news conference Monday that shutting off power would have been a hardship for elderly customers and people who need specialized medical equipment. She said electricity powers the water pumps in Lahaina, the town scorched by one of the fires, which were a critical need during that time. So, to be clear, it wasn't an option. Shutting off the power wasn't an option, a reporter asked her. There are choices that need to be made, Kimura replied. Jennifer Potter, who lives in Lahaina and was a member of the Hawaii Public Utilities Commission until just 9 months ago, told the Washington Post that Hawaiian Electric was not as proactive as they should have been in terms of the utility's fire prevention strategies. Critics have pointed to shut off programs in California where wildfires are a well-known risk as an option that Hawaiian Electric should have been prepared to implement. We, like most utilities, don't have that program, Kimura said, adding that even in places where this has been used, it is controversial and it's not universally accepted. Authorities in Hawaii have also drawn scrutiny for what some residents say was a lack of proper warning, alarm of evacuation notices, responding to the criticism of the utility and of the authorities. Maui Police Chief John Pelletier said, "You don't get it both ways. I'm sorry. You want notifications or you want the power shut off. You don't get it both ways," he said. Damn. This is crazy, man. Um yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? Very unfortunate. And this is crazy, man. Um Very unfortunate. Okay. So the hard hit town of Lahaina is still very dangerous. Maui County Mayor Richard Bison warned members of the public who wanted to know when they could return, adding that the area is plagued with unknown hazards that haven't been measured by experts yet. Anyone deciding to go there takes in toxic chemicals and other sorts of things that you don't need to be breathing, he said. The last thing we want to do is have any loss of life for anyone else because their curiosity outweighs their judgment. Locals on Maui have raised concerns about tourists enjoying themselves on the island while the area recuperates from the fires, but officials are encouraging tourists to visit the parts of the island that were not directly affected by the blazes. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said at a news conference Monday afternoon local time that potentially um it would it would be potentially catastrophic if no one traveled to the island without incoming travelers and ostensibly their tourism dollars. We probably would see a mass exodus from Maui, he said. Maui County Mayor Richard Bison said that while tourists shouldn't venture to West Maui, where the tourism hub of Lahaina was incinerated, the rest of Maui is still open. With Hawaii's tourism dependent economy, the issue of visitors, current and future, has become an early flashpoint in the aftermath of the wildfires. The same waters that our people just died in 3 days ago are the same waters the very next day these visitors, tourists, were swimming in. One Maui resident told the BBC. And that says a lot about where their heart and mind is through all this. You don't see people, you don't see our people swimming, snorkeling, surfing. Nobody's having fun in tragedy. Jason Momoa, the actor and Hawaii native, cautioned tourists against going to Maui following the wildfires. Maui is not the place to have your vacation right now. Do not travel to Maui, he wrote on Instagram. Do not convince yourself that your presence is needed on the island that is suffering this deeply. And nearly 2,000 units of housing have been opened up for those displaced by the wildfires, Hawaii's governor said Monday, adding that 220 families have already been housed. Governor Josh Green said that at least 402 hotel rooms were made immediately available Monday, while 1,400 Airbnb units were expected to be available starting Tuesday. Another 160 people volunteered to host displaced families in their homes, he said. The governor added that the government is anticipating people will need a place to stay for at least 36 weeks, but housing assistance will probably go on much longer than that. given the scale of destruction. We don't want people to think they are going to get housed and then suddenly be asked to leave, Green said. About 86% of the structures destroyed by the fire were residential, he said. Damn, this is so tough, man. This is tough, man. Very, very, very tough. And damn, son. Um Hold on a second. Wow. So okay, so only 3 of the 99 bodies have been identified by fingerprints, Maui Police Chief John Pelletier said. Officials have noted that the remains are severely damaged, which has stymied the process of identifying the deceased. Pelletier appealed to the public for DNA samples to identify bodies without viable fingerprints. Authorities aim a couple of people had chimed in actually in the comments. So authorities aim to search 85 to 90% of the wildfire affected areas by the weekend, Maui Police Chief John Pelletier said. So far, only about 25% has been searched. Police have rechecked some areas and deployed more cadaver dogs. At least we will be very confident that the search was as good as we could have done it, Pelletier said. Maui Police Chief John Pelletier denied rumors of looting and rioting on the island and condemned those perpetrating what he calls sensational reports. The spirit of aloha is real. So when you have people saying we have looters and rioters and all this other stuff, shame on you, he said at the news conference Monday. These are our people and they are hurting. The police have received no reports of looting, he said, and extra patrols have been added to help ease the public's anxiety. Amid fears of predatory buyers, Hawaii Governor Josh Green said he has asked the state's attorney general for a moratorium on sales of properties that were destroyed or damaged in the fires. It's feared that the disaster could worsen an existing housing crunch on Maui. Man. An estimated 3,000 animals are missing after the wildfires. Maui Humane Society CEO um, Lisa Lebrecque said at a news conference Monday, urging those who discover a dead animal not to move or touch the body. We ask respectfully that deceased animals not be moved or destroyed so that we have a chance to catalog and check them out and check them for identification, she said. People are desperately searching for their pets, and they've been incredibly grateful to our team for any closure that we're able to give them. Lebrecque urged the public to report their missing animals and to submit a photo of any living pets they have they may have taken in. She also said that the Humane Society is treating animals for burn injuries and smoke inhalation, and that shelters have been cleared to house any discovered amid the wildfires. Uh, we also we are also booking appointments at the shelter to help displaced families obtain health certificates for travel should they need to leave the island with their animals, she said. People with housing are still welcome to visit Red Cross shelters for food or other services. Western Los Angeles chapter executive director Sean N. O said at the news conference Monday We want to also make sure that everybody knows they are welcome at our shelters, even if they are not staying here, he said. Um, Hawaiian Electric Chief Executive Shali Kimura said at a news conference Monday that power was restored to all but 2,000 of the 12,400 customers affected by outages from the fires and windstorms. Those figures do not include structures that were destroyed, she said. More than half of the transmission poles in West Maui were destroyed, Kimura said. And the substation of Lahana, which helps to distribute power from high voltage lines to homes, was destroyed. In Maui Central upcountry region, hotspots and fallen branches, trees, and debris were making repairs difficult and dangerous for crews, she said. Um, yeah, this is crazy, man. Um, okay, Maui police. Hold on. Maui County Mayor Richard Bison urged those with missing family members to visit the Family Assistance Center in Kahu, Kahu, Kahuli. Family members to visit, and assure those without legal status in the United States that information submitted would not be used against them. We also want to assure our immigrant community that none of the information will be used for immigration enforcement, he said at a news conference Monday afternoon. He added that families should share their missing loved ones' phone numbers and take DNA tests to help identify remains. Um, yeah, a large number of people who had been reported missing were found Sunday hunkered down in one home. Maui County, no, excuse me, Maui County Mayor Richard Bison said, and were reunited with their loved ones. The residents of the home had been housing 60 people. Um, One moment. Okay, sorry about that. Had to drink a little water. Anyway, all right, let's see. Where was I? Um, where was I actually? Um, okay, a large number of people who had been reported missing were found Sunday hunkered down in one home, Maui County Mayor Richard Bison said, and were reunited with their loved ones. The residents of the home had been housing 60 people. Authorities will on Tuesday released the names of the dead who have been identified and whose families have been notified, Maui Police Chief John Pelletier said. A quarter of the burn area has been searched for remains, he said, cautioning people against walking in the area because the ashes are not just ash, but also our loved ones. Oh man. Okay. This is crazy, man. Um, this is crazy, man. Yeah. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said Monday that 86% of the structures destroyed by the wildfire were residential. He said the previous day that more than 2,000 structures were destroyed. The confirmed death toll has reached 99 people. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said at the news conference Monday afternoon local time. The tally is expected to rise in the coming days. And let's see. Let's see. Um, sorry about that. It's crazy, right? Um, hold on a second. I want to get to. I want to get to. Well, hold on a second, man. I want to get to. Um, I want to get to. Hold on a second, man. This Oprah. Hang on a second here. Yeah. Hang on a second here. Um, hang on one. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay, Oprah Winfrey says she loves the aloha spirit of Maui residents as she met with them Sunday afternoon and prayed for Lahana. Winfrey, who owns a home on Maui, spent time hugging and talking to volunteers and fire survivors at a makeshift relief facility at Hono Honokowa Park. As she talked, the sun glinted off the Pacific and palm trees swayed, a stark contrast to the carnage elsewhere. This entire fam, excuse me, this entire facility here has been run just by a group of volunteers that came together and said, "We need to do this for our community." Winfrey said in an interview, "The thing that is so powerful is this aloha spirit. Since the Maui fire swept through last week, um, beach towns up and down the coast have turned into makeshift hubs to triage the urgent needs of those displaced and others living within the security cordon who have little access to basic supplies. In seaside parks along the coast, volunteers have erected tents and tables to distribute clothes and canned food, treat injuries, and comfort residents who have lost their homes and relatives in the blaze. They coordinate by radio with trucks waiting to get past government checkpoints and boats delivering supplies from other islands. Frustration with the slow and disorganized government response is common. It was Winfrey's fifth stop of the day at these makeshift relief hubs. She said she had come to try to find out specifically what people need. I'm going to Costco. I'm going to go to Costco myself and get as many generators as I can, she said. The other day I was over there and I bought out all the air mattresses, so I know that there's going to be a limited number. She said, she said she was going to contact companies that make solar power generators, flashlights, and batteries to try to get as many as she can. I go shopping myself. I've been shopping Walmart, Costco all week. I've cleaned out all the shelves, she said. First, it was towels and pillows and blankets, and then it was water. And today, we dropped off toiletries. Every day, it's something different. Um, yeah. What you call it? Um, Let me see something here. Let me look up the. I want to look up something actually. Let me look up something. One moment. Hold on. I'm sorry. Um, Sorry about that, folks. I wanted to take the time to actually look up their fundraiser real quick. According to Bill, according to what is it, Insider? Yeah, according to Insider actually. So, let me see. Let me see. So, according to Insider, Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Oprah Winfrey were met with significant. Oh boy, are you kidding me? Wait a minute here. This is ridiculous, man. Hold on a second here. Hang on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right. Okay. This is nuts. Um, Sorry about that, folks. Um, anyway, this is anyway. Let me see. Oh, let me see something here. Okay. All right. So this is crazy. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Oprah Winfrey announced a fund to help Maui residents. They faced backlash as viewers asked why wealthy celebrities were asking ordinary people for money. Some fans jumped to the defense of the duo and pointed out they were just trying to help. Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Oprah Winfrey were met with significant backlash when they asked people for donations towards a fundraiser for those affected by the Maui wildfires, as many questioned why they didn't contribute more themselves. But now some fans are coming to their defense as they feel the pair were unfairly vilified for trying to help. Why? Why? It's like seriously, 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 seriously. That the backlash is a little bit it was a little fucking harsh right there, man. Like you're trying to help a community who lost their homes, lost their family members, their pets, and everything else in between with those wildfires. Now, now I did say the fatalities was going to be more than 99 people was going to be more than 99. So anyway, anyway, so throughout August, wildfires damaged or destroyed thousands of structures in Maui, Hawaii, and led to the fatalities of 115 people. CNN reported. While the fire in Lahaina has been fully contained, fires in the areas of Alinda and Kula have been 90% and 95% contained, respectively, according to a statement published by the County of Maui on September 5th. Um, on August 31st, Johnson and Winfrey took to Instagram and TikTok accounts to announce the People's Fund of Maui, which they said they created inspired by Dolly Parton's philanthropy to raise money for those directly impacted by the wildfires and appeal to viewers to donate funds. Um, Hang on a second here. A lengthy caption on Instagram started each adult resident who was displaced by the wildfires in Lahaina and Kula is eligible to receive $1,200 per month to help them through this period of recovery, and provided a link for those directly impacted to apply for the funds. Hmm. I mean, that sounds like a good deed to me, man. Like, I don't understand the stupid backlash anyway. So, so I say no to the backlash. And they're just trying to do this for the community. Like, come on. Yeah. Let's see. End quote. We are honored to start this campaign with $10 million and ask for your help in donating to those who have lost their homes. Um, yeah. We thank you in advance for your contribution. The caption went on to read. The video was met with significant backlash as tens of thousands of comments across the social media posts called out the wealthy pair for asking regular people to provide additional funds, and questioned why they couldn't ask their celebrity friends instead, or donate more money from their own substantial wealth. According to Forbes, Winfrey had a net worth of $2.5 billion, and Johnson, the world's highest paid actor, was worth $250 million, which meant their $10 million donation represents less than 0.5% of their combined estimate net worth of $2.77 billion, inside previously reported. While the largely critical comments beneath one of Johnson's Instagram posts speaking on the fundraiser are still visible, comments beneath Winfrey's TikTok and Instagram posts on the subject appear to have been switched off. The criticism continued on X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok in the days following the announcement of the fundraiser. Um, let's see. Let's see. A Facebook post published by Insider received 3,300 comments, many of which echoed similar points of criticism. However, some came to the defense of the duo and suggested they were only trying to help. Yeah, of course they were trying to help. Yeah, of course they were trying to help. Yes, they donated $10 million. I don't understand why there is such negative reaction to this. Yeah, $10 million. Yeah, I don't understand why there is such negative reaction to this, but I must emphasize that being wealthy and accomplished doesn't obligate someone to distribute their wealth, one Facebook user wrote. Some of these comments are downright selfish. They have already donated. They have set up a charity to help the people rebuild their lives. Demanding they give half their money when you won't even donate. Grow up, another user wrote. One on Instagram, multiple users pointed out the pair were doing their part by using their platforms and had at least contributed a portion of their personal wealth to the initiative. End quote. They are spreading the word and asking others to donate as well as donating themselves. Nobody is saying you have to donate if you don't have the money. Stop the dramatics, please. An Instagram user wrote and received 160 likes. Why everyone just think bad of others is beyond me. If you don't want to help, don't try to badmouth those who are helping. Lahaina folks are still in limbo and suffering. Your negativity impacts more than you think. A further user wrote and received 44 likes. Neither Winfrey nor Johnson appeared to have addressed the controversy, and neither immediately responded to a request for comment from Insider. Do they have a website? Let me see. Let me see if they have a website. I'm not sure if they got a website, but let me see. Let me see. This is crazy, man. Like, why the backlash? Let me see. Let me see if they have a web. I don't know if they got a website though. Let me see. Um, yeah, 115. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's crazy. And yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly, but let me see. Is there a website? Do they have a website? Let me see if they got a website though. Okay. All right. So sorry about the delay. I was trying to look for the website where people could actually do some donations. Despite the fact that there's been some issues of trust in the Red Cross. So this is a website. I think it's the hold on a second. It's It's for the People's Fund of Maui, which is eifoundation.org. All right. When you go to that website, eifoundation.org, you can make a charitable donation, whatever amount of money you want to donate. You don't have to have a listen. You don't have to have a lot of money to actually show support, folks. You know what I'm saying? And you could just read the statements and the directions on how it works. All right. So that's eifoundation.org. So this is basically for the People's Fund of Miami. Excuse me, not Miami, but the People's Fund of Maui, which was started and created by Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Oprah Winfrey, who actually managed to actually make a donation themselves by starting the campaign charity. So I want to give a round of applause for these two right here, man. And it's not about being rich. It's not about wealth or whatever. I mean, sometimes you gotta share the wealth. Doesn't matter how much money you have, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I want to give them a round of applause, man. For real though, this is very big of them. You know what I'm saying? This is very, very, very big and interesting that they would actually, um, do this out of the kindness of their heart, man. Let's make some noise for them. Hold on a minute here. Okay. Let me see what we got next. All right. So what we have next is let me see. Okay, so let's go to yes, let's go to Little Durk. Yes, let's go to Little Durk. Um all right. All right. Let's go to Little Durk real quick. Let's see. Little Durk. um oh boy. Okay. All right. So here's what's happening here. Um. Okay. According to Vibe, Lil Durk is almost healed after suffering severe dehydration and severe exhaustion, TMZ reports. On Thursday, which took place July 13th, the outlet disclosed that Durk was hospitalized on July 6th after completing a show in Ohio. The Chicago native initially thought his dehydration was minor. However, upon further inspection, the hospital advised him to stay for a week due to severe illness. During his stay at the institute, the rapper was forced to cancel a few upcoming shows and an appearance at the ESPYs Awards. Lil Durk spoke about his hospitalization in a recent statement to the outlet. End quote. My fans mean everything to me. You are the reason why I do this, he said in the statement on Thursday, July 13th. I was looking forward to touching all of my European fans performing this weekend, attending the ESPYs and more. But after performing and traveling daily, I've become severely dehydrated and advised by my doctors not to travel due to exhaustion. Once I got my full energy back, it's back to business, which I'm looking forward to. Hashtag still healing. Um, Elsewhere in recovery news, Chica has been discharged from the hospital after being hospitalized for kidney failure. The rapper hit Instagram on Sunday, July 9th, showing herself undergoing treatment at the medical facility. Been in the ICU twice in the past month, and it's so freaking boring that I have resorted to taking prison photos. Enjoy album in a couple of weeks. The caption read. The Alabama artist revealed in her IG story that she was chilling at home and free from the hospital. She also added a video of herself singing to celebrate her release. Um, it's crazy though, right? It's crazy, right? In other Lil Durk matters, apparently this is crazy though, man. So Lil Durk has a message for the fans who stole his merchandise following a false active shooter report at his Chicago show on Saturday, August 12th. The 30-year-old drill rapper took to his Instagram story on Sunday morning, August 13th, to call out concert goers in his hometown who were caught on video looting merch amid the chaos at the United Center. He said, "Don't believe the hype. We bigger than big. Thank you, Chicago." Dirk wrote, "Till next time, and who all stole the merchandise, tag me so I can repost y'all crazy ass." Oh man, damn. Okay, that's crazy though, man. That's crazy though, man. That's crazy. All right, okay, so the All My Life rapper was nearing the end of his concert Saturday evening when the um, Chicago Police Department received reports of an active shooter. TMZ reports fan captured um, clips from the event show petrified audience members frantically running. Hold on a second. Frantically, damn it. Oh, damn it. Hang on a second here, folks. Wait a minute. That's not what I meant. Hold on a second. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. Frantically. Wait a second. Wait. Police Department. Yes. Yes. Chicago Police Department received reports of an active shooter. Teams reports fan captured clips from the event show petrified audience members frantically running for safety within the venue. Other videos show fans snatching merchandise items before making their exit. That was stupid. Authorities showed up to the United Centers in search of an active shooter, but Chicago PD said it ended up being a false alarm. According to TMZ, no injuries or arrests were made. Um, Durk is touring in support of his eighth studio album, Almost Healed, which debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 in June. The rapper was recently hospitalized for severe dehydration, forcing him to cancel several tour dates, including a performance at Rolling Loud, Miami, in late July. Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, let me see. What else can we talk about here? What else? Um, wait. Shall we talk 50 Cent? Let me see. Yes, 50 Cent. Let's go to 50 Cent. Hold on one second. And shout out to the crew from Party Naked. I see you. And yeah, appreciate you. Anyway, so according to Hip Hop DX, 50 Cent has been honored with his own day in Hartford, Connecticut, which he has, which he was given prior to performing in the city. On Friday, August 11th, the day of the birthday of Hip Hop 50, the same day as the 50th anniversary, aka the birthday of hip hop, the G Unit mogul was presented with a certificate declaring August 11th as 50 Cent Day in Connecticut by the state's governor, Ned Lamont. End quote. Today was officially Curtis 50 Cent Jackson Day in Hartford, Connecticut. 50 captioned the post on IG. The energy was so good, it made me remember why I moved to Connecticut. 50 Cent's The Final Lap tour continued on Friday on hip hop's 50th birthday, where he took over Hartford's Xfinity Center for another energetic show following a pair of dates in Brooklyn. Um, okay. The Queens icon has plenty of history in Connecticut as he spent a portion of his career living in the state after purchasing Mike Tyson's estate for $4 million after the boxing legend reportedly declared bankruptcy. Wow. 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 $4 million. That's pretty dope, though. You know what I mean? That's really, really dope. I'm not gonna hold you. That's pretty dope, though. Um, yeah, that's pretty dope. Um, okay. All right. Hold on a second. All right. Yeah, pretty dope. $4 million. Okay. Yes. Okay, so the mansion had plenty of room for guests outside of 50 who could essentially host a football team in the 52-room home with 21 bedrooms and 25 bathrooms of his choosing. The 50,000 square feet estate came equipped with a hot tub, pool, indoor basketball court, game rooms, and a recording studio. It's been a busy summer for 50, and while he's checked off a ton of boxes on his bucket list, he's still got at least one more left in recording a record with Little Rain. I didn't do one with Little Wayne directly. He told Capital Extra. He's one of the ones that like Wayne been trained. Despite having never released music together, Fifth noted that he actually hit the road with the New Orleans rap legend early in his career on the star-studded Cash Money and Rough Riders tour back in 2000. The 40 City Arena track was headlined by late great DMX, Juvenile, and Eve, and also featured Lil Wayne, Swizz Beats, The Locks, Big Timers, BG, Dragon, and Turk. A young 50 Cent, however, was merely the opening act. And quote, people don't know I was on the Cash Money Rough Riders tour before they opened the curtain, he said. Before the show started, people was still walking in and shit, and I was doing my shit. They thought I was lightweight, but then I came back around. Wow. Wow. That's funny. That's some funny shit though, man. Wow, it's funny, man. I gotta say, man, 25, 25 bathrooms and 21 bedrooms is a lot. That's crazy though, man. I mean, I'm like, damn, man. Like, this is crazy though, man. This is just crazy to me though. Um, oh, man. All right, so okay. The next thing we're gonna talk about is, of course, we're gonna talk about the 10 years of the Harlem Shake dance, now food. Um, yes, so there's a burger named after a dance. This is crazy. Um, this is crazy. Let me yo, this is crazy. Let's get to that one right here. Actually, yeah, let's get to one right here though, actually. Um, yeah, so of course, over the summer, Harlem Shake, the renowned burger and shakes restaurant, celebrated a decade of holding it down. On it's located on Lenox Avenue and West 24th Street corner for the Harlem community. Along with new franchising opportunities, Harlem Shake announced its plans to open a third location in Long Island City. Harlem Shake co-founder Jelena Pasek told AM New York Metro that staying consistent in her mission has been pivotal from the restaurant's launch as a single mother to two daughters to the celebration of its first decade. Um, when we first started, we had a pretty clear idea we wanted to be fast, casual concept, Pasek said. This is what we stayed true with throughout the years. The flagship location was bustling with all the fixings of a big birthday bash, which took place Saturday on May 13th. The afternoon festivities opened with the Marching Cobras, a drum line and dance line that has made appearances in the Birdman movie and the 2014 Super Bowl. The Marching Cobras, the Marching Cobras, and and former Miss Harlem Shake winners led a celebratory procession for roughly 10 blocks down Lenox Avenue, picking up passerby, locals, and Harlem Shake regulars alike. The menu has remained the same over the years, Pasek said. The staples that we've had 10 years ago are still the staples. The menu offers burgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, and possible vegan meat options, and fries and shakes for days. Some are instant favorites, others are just seasonal. Then there are those that remain tried and true. The Harlem classic, the hot mess burger. Wow. The Harlem, no, hold on. The hot mess burger. Whoa. The hot mess burger, the classic fried chicken sandwich, the jerk chickens and jerk fries. Hold up. Hold on. Am I reading this right? The hot mess burger? Wait a minute. The hot mess burger? Wow. Wow. That's so funny, man. Oh man, that's wow. Okay, Pase's favorite, the Mama's fried chicken sandwich. As a neighborhood fixture, Pasek said Harlem Shake also employs 80% of its employees from primarily Harlem and some from the Bronx. The restaurant continues supporting and sponsoring local organizations, host an annual Mr. and Miss Harlem Shake competition for Harlem residents, and runs its own baseball team in the Harlem Little League. End quote. To become a staple, you need to love what you do, and you need to continue to do it without trying to force things, Pasek said. We always try to honor Harlem history and culture. Um, this one of our big themes, the celebration of that, we try to always contribute back to the parts of the community that make Harlem what it is. Dardra Colson, co-founder of Harlem Shake, told AM New York Metro that navigating the slamdemic as a business owner was scary for many reasons. But she said there were still some opportunities to be had and lessons to be learned during a time when nothing seemed certain. Okay. The best thing to do is just to conform to change. Coachman said, you can't just be stuck in your ways. If you notice that we're only doing deliveries now, then you got to make it the best delivery option there is. While Harlem Shake weathered the slamdemic, some of its offerings did not. Pasek said she was heartbroken to discontinue the restaurant's former breakfast menu in 2020, and that she doesn't think Harlem Shake will offer it again. Despite this loss, Harlem Shake has even bigger plans to reach new mouths and plates across the country and maybe eventually around the world. This is where the restaurant's other announcement comes in: franchising. To open a Harlem Shake franchise, $150,000 in liquid capital is required. The franchise fee costs $40,000, though people from marginalized backgrounds are eligible for a discount. The total investment would range from $449,000 to $880,000. Wow. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right here we're talking about here. Yeah, it's a lot of money right here. So yeah. Let me see. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I had to blow my nose. Anyway, wait, yes. I think I know where I left off here. But damn, that's a lot of money we're talking about here. Anyway, there are franchise locations for sale in New Jersey, Connecticut, New Hampshire, which is New Hampshire, that's part of like Long Island, I think. Um Massachusetts and Delaware, said Pasek. She hopes that Harlem Shake franchises would work hand in hand with their local neighborhoods, similar to efforts made at the flagship location. Um, we aim to provide empowerment in places across the countries where we might pop up, Pasek said. We invite all interested people to consider this opportunity because we would love to find partners locally and naturally. No, excuse me, nationally. Coulson, whose father, Dart Coulson, originally introduced her to PASIC, said franchising aligns with her long-term vision for Harlem Shake. Now that she's walked some miles in her father's shoes and found her business chops. I always want to stay true to this being this neighborhood burger spot, Coxum said. But if I can have this in other places of the world, that would be awesome, not just in Harlem, but Chicago or DC, or in airports or stadiums. Along with the franchising announcements, Harlem Shake announced it will open a third location at Sunnyside Eats Food Hall in Long Island City, which took place in June. The new Harlem Shake Express will offer its most popular menu options to customers via delivery or pickup. And after the former Miss Harlem Shake winners led a joyous happy birthday with the crowd on Saturday's celebration, C. Kelly Wright and the Soul Power Band performed classic hits like Bill Withers' Lovely Day and Lauren Hill's Can't Take My Eyes Off of You, and Harlem Shake's outdoor patio surrounded by community members and visitors. Lizzie Chanel, who was crowned the most recent Harlem Miss Harlem Shake in 2022, told AM New York Metro as a native Harlemite that she manifested her dream to be the next winner, framed amongst the greats at the restaurant. I said, one day I'm going to be on that wall, Chanel said. Chanel, who works in the entertainment industry, recalled telling the judges what she loved about Harlem Shake. The honey hot chicken spot. No, the honey hot chicken sandwich. She campaigned hard for a month and swept the crown along with a year of free food from Harlem Shake and $500 towards the charity of her choice, Street Corner Resources, a Harlem based nonprofit working towards eliminating gun and gang violence. Interesting. Interesting choice. Um Yeah, interesting choice though. Me being from Harlem, I experienced a lot of those situations with my friends and people that I love, Chanel said. I felt like me giving them $500 can help towards the youth in our community and guide them. Her advice to the next Mr. and Miss Harlem Shakes: don't give up. Um, Ch- um, Chanel said, keep going, don't slack because you never know what can happen. I chased my dream. This was something that I manifested that came true. So keep going. You got this. Pasek, a longtime Harlem regular, said she loves the neighborhood for its warm village-like environment and the connections between people on a level she doesn't find in other neighborhoods of New York City. I think we should all work together to preserve that cultural treasure that we have, Pace said. Um, let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's give a round of applause, man, for let's give a round of applause, man. You know what I mean? For the Harlem Shake restaurant and of course the black owned trendsetter. Okay, let me see what else to talk about here. Let's see. Um, all right. Um, let's see. So Disney is in a lot of trouble right now. I have to say, Disney's in a lot of trouble. And this is from Deadline, actually. So, um, Disney saw direct to customer losses shrink and adjusted EPS top estimates for the 3 months ended in June, as CEO Bob Iger said the company's on track to exceed $5.5 billion in an anticipated cost savings. Total revenue of $22.3 billion, down 2%, was shy of forecast. Linear television was softer, a trend Iger called out in a controversial CNBC interview last month. A jump in parks and experiences. About a third of Disney sales was driven by international parks and cruise lines. Domestic parks saw profit fall with lower attendance at Walt Disney World. There was a big $2.44 billion content impairment charge related to removing content from the DTC service and terminating third-party licensing agreements, plus another $210 million hit from severance. A, a broad restructuring Iger launched after returning to Disney's helm last fall eliminated 7,000 jobs. Damn. Damn, son. That's crazy. This is the craziest shit that I ever heard, man. Wow. Wow, son. But wait, there's more. There's more to the story. Um, the company swung to a net loss of $490 million for its fiscal fourth quarter from a $4.1 billion profit the year before. Disney Plus had 146.1 million million 146.1 million total global paid subscribers at the end of June, down from last quarter, excluding Disney Plus Hotstar, which lost 12.5 million in the June from the April quarter. Okay, the April quarter. Yeah. Core Disney Plus sub rose to 105.7 million from 104.9 million sequentially. The hit from Hotstar was expected after Disney declined to renew. Declined to renew. Wait. Hold on a second. Declined to renew its rights to hugely popular IPL cricket programming starting in the 2023 season. ESPN Plus subs were about flat at 25.2 million. Hulu's 44 million now, 44 million SVOD subs were up from $43.7 million. Live TV Plus SVOD was 4.3 million for a $48.3 million total Hulu. And linear networks, US and global profits fell 23% to $1.9 billion on sales of $6.69 billion, down 7%. Stateside, Disney noted lower advertising revenue and viewership at ABC. Cable ad revenue rose, offset by higher sports programming costs for the NBA and new motorsports programming. Our results this quarter are reflective of what we've accomplished through the unprecedented transformation we're undertaking at Disney to restructure the company, improve efficiencies, and restore creativity to the center of our business, said Iger in a statement. In the 8 months since my return, these important changes are creating a more cost-effective, coordinated, and streamlined approach to our operations that has put us on track to exceed our initial goal of $5.5 billion in savings, as well as improve our direct-to-consumer operating income by roughly $1 billion in just 3 quarters, while there is still more to do. I'm incredibly confident in Disney's long-term trajectory because of the work we've done, the team we now have in place, and because of Disney's core foundation of creative excellence and popular brands and franchises. I'm not so sure about that one right there, man, but I want to actually I did hear about Disney basically pulling a stunt on Spectrum. Basically what they did is they tried to exceed their prices actually, and that's why they removed ESPN FXX FXX and along with certain channels, which I will take a deep dive into it. I'm probably not going to be able to get to it in this episode right here. Probably in a future episode, I'll take a deep dive into um, why this happened. So I'll save that for a future episode. Um, Anywho, all right. So let me see. Yes, so he'll expound on a call with an analyst shortly, accompanied by interim CEO Kevin Lansbury for the first time after longtime finance chief Christine McCarthy stepped down abruptly in June. It's one of the many headaches facing the Golden CEO, whose return to the corner office last fall was met with sighs of relief from without the company. He's been taking way more hits than usual as Disney struggles with a pivot to streaming, linear television woes, and now a slowdown in U.S. parks amid strikes by Hollywood writers and actors. Parks and experiences saw sales up 13% at $8.3 billion, with increases of just 4% at domestic parks and 94% at inter international parks. Some of which were still plagued by COVID related closures or capacity limited in the year ago period. International parks, which is what somebody was meant to say, international parks swung to a profit $428 million, while income was down 13% to $1.4 billion stateside. Jeez. Yeah, that cannot be good, man. That cannot be good right there, man. That's crazy. Yep. Oh Lord. It just seems like the crazy corporation of Disney is basically getting run off the streets. Okay. What else we have on the agenda to talk about here? Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, indie artists. Yes. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So there's a few indie artists. Um, so there's a few music artists, according to Vibe, actually, that took place. So this was for Black Music Month. A little recap of what went down in the month of June. In honor of Black Music Month, the Forefront Group hosted the Future of Indie Music Conversation and invited guests to Los Angeles, the gathering spot to collect gems dropped from a dynamic panel. With insight from artists and executives alike, the intimate discussion opened the floor to a wide range of topics relevant to the evolution of the music industry. Moderated by Vibe staff writer Demetria Inman, the panel's featured speakers included LaRussell, independent artist and founder of Good Company. Leanna Banks, shouts to her for her success. Um, Independent artist via United Masters, David Melhado, VP of Music and Marketing at United Masters. T.A. Thomas, independent singer, songwriter. NBDY. I'm not sure if it stands for nobody. I'm not sure about that one right there. Oh, shit. independent singer, songwriter, and Victor Barnett, manager, president, and co-founder of EVGLE. Okay. From hurdles for independent artists to the peace found in the freedom to create and release without the constraints of a record label contract, each speaker commented on their own varied experiences. I believe it is very important to have free enterprise with anything you are passionate about, said R&B artist NBDY when asked about the significance of Black artists remaining independent. I've had a lot of conversations with artists about not being able to say what they want to say and not being able to express their true self, explains Zero Fucks performer Leanna Banks. One thing that they did took off, and so the label wanted more. Let's see. I feel like me and my team, I have initiatives. I have goals. I have it all wrote out. Shared Mississippi native T.A. Thomas on measuring achievements as an independent artist. For me, success is reaching those end of the year goals. The Forefront Group is a bi-coastal digital marketing, branding, and public relations agency with clients ranging from Fortune 500 companies to platinum selling artists. It was an honor to play an integral role for curating a panel discussion that champions some of the future leaders in the independent music space, explained Austin Tatch, founder of the Forefront Group, in a statement. Programming events of this nature during Black Music Month sets the tone for more collaborative conversations that should be at the forefront. You know, before I go on to the next topic, I want to say something about this guy Russ. I was watching a YouTube video by Curtis King TV. Shouts to him for doing his thing and doing what he feels that makes him happy as an independent artist. He's a prime example of being an independent artist. He doesn't have to answer to nobody. And and the same goes for Russ though. As I'm watching the video, he said that he felt like he didn't belong because he was a white chocolate person. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy to me, man. Wow. And on top of that, listen, if you are a creator that creates music and other things, that whatever you do that you are passionate about or whatever, you don't necessarily need a lot of help. You don't necessarily need a push by a machine. The fuck you need a push by a machine for? When you're doing what you love, that's what makes you succeed. You know what I'm saying? Because everything comes from the heart. And whatever you are creating, especially if it's raw, honest, all that good stuff right there, man. That's how people express themselves through their music. And yeah, and this is the same goes with other people that's in different career fields, especially a podcaster like myself who doesn't like to be under a production company or a network or whatever, because I want to be able to post out as many episodes as I can so I don't have to be held back by, people who tell me what I can and can't say. I don't want to be under that shit though. And I said this before, actually, episodes ago. And I said this episodes ago, man, with Be Live when I did episode 170, and it's all about finding your niche. You have to find your niche, your own spark, your own electricity. You have to find your wins, your whys, your whats, your hows. Because I did it myself. Because I didn't really need I didn't really need to be under a corporation for approval. You know what I'm saying? I like the independent route because I don't want to be famous and shit. It ain't easy being famous. Being famous is fucking stressful. You feel what I'm saying, folks? I guess the more of the story of this topic that I just talked about just now, and what Curtis King from YouTube was talking about or whatever, um, is that you have to do what works for you. And you have to believe in your craft, you have to believe in yourself, you have to put your heart and soul and energy into everything that you're trying to do. You don't need to prove to any fucking body of what you're trying to do, because being successful being successful is about being great. You don't have to tell people how great you are. You just have to show how great you are. And that's pretty much what my point is right there, though, man. For real, for real. And that's just a little gem that I wanted to come up with, though, before I went to the next topic, though. So that's a fire ass point that I just did just now, man. A firing gem, man. Be confident in what you do, man. Enjoy what you love to do, man. And celebrate your success, celebrate your wins. That's very important. Give yourself some credit. You don't need to beat yourself up because a certain sound or whatever is not perfect. And it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're only fucking human. And it's okay to be human. Continue to be human, continue to be successful, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Trust me, I know what it feels like to feel like you don't belong anywhere or to a group of society or whatever, but don't worry about that though, man. Don't worry about that shit though. You just keep doing you and be the best you can be. And that's pretty much what I gotta say right there, man. I'm gonna just put a button on it right there. All right, so let's get into another topic right here, man. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we got some music projects that's coming out in August and September. I'm not gonna do that one quite yet, but let's get to the New York City public libraries that have the custom made library cards for Hip Hop 50, which I kind of saw some pictures. That Uncle Ralph McDaniels actually showed it on one of his Instagram posts, and when he was featured on Street Soldiers with Lisa Evers. So let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Yes. So there it is right here. So the New York Public Library, which serves Manhattan, the Bronx, in Staten Island, along with the Queens Public Library, released a new library cards Friday in celebration of the 50th anniversary of hip hop as a genre and cultural movement that originated in the Bronx. Wow, wow, yes, yes, and new library cards of in celebration of the 50th anniversary of hip hop as a genre and cultural movement that originated in the Bronx. As part of a excuse me, a Jay-Z exhibition, the Brooklyn Public Library also released today 13 limited edition cards featuring the Brooklyn born rapper. Oh wow. All right, so hip hop first appeared at a house party in the South Bronx on August 11, 1973, when DJ Kool Herc switched repeated and isolated tracks through record breaks, creating one of the first instances of the genre as people would come to know it, according to the New York Public Library. The New York Public Library card features the Wild Style mural feature created by the artist um, Zephyr, Revolt, and Sharp in 1983 in Riverside Park. The inspiration for the mural stems from the original soundtrack of Charlie Ahern's 1983 film Wild Style, set in the South Bronx. The film is considered the first ever hip hop film with appearances from Grandmaster Flash, Fab Five Freddy, the Cold Crush Brothers, and Lady Pink, all formative figures of hip hop. The original cassette of the film soundtrack is part of the New York Public Library's hip hop research collection at the Schomburg Center in Harlem. The back of New York, the New York Public Library card depicts the original soundtrack cassette. Let's see. New York Public Library will host hip hop immersive events at its main branch, the Stephen A. Schwarzman Building, which took place in Manhattan on August 5th. That will take you back in time to hip hop's early years with panel discussions and hip hop exhibits. Of course, um, of course, present at the events will be Vibe Magazine editor in chief Datwan Thomas, Wild Style director Charlie Ahern, Fab Five Freddy, Mickey Fax, 5001 Flavors, and April Walker, acclaimed author and journalist Vicky Toback, and music by DJ Spinner. Um, the celebration will conclude with a hip hop themed edition of the NYPL annual dance NYC at Fifth Avenue Plaza outside of the Stephen A. Schwarzman building. The Queens Library card shows airbrush art from the Shirt Kings, pioneers of custom-made graffiti streetwear, who produced graffiti-inspired clothing designs initially at the Coliseum Mall in Jamaica, Queens. The Shirt Kings designs have since influenced numerous album covers, music videos, and Hollywood, becoming the first to commercialize their graffiti. Of course, I didn't get a chance to go to the event that took place in August, the beginning of August, which I was going to go to, only because my phone was not fully charged. So I couldn't make it, so I had to make sure that I actually um, I had to take care of some podcast related episode recordings on that day. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it took place August 3rd to the 4th. which took place at LaGuardia Performance Arts Center in Long Island City, Queens, New York, which I went to college over there, actually. That was the place I went to. That further explores the history of hip hop and its expansion into different sectors of society, including higher education, marketing, advertising, other genres of music, social justice, civil rights, and economics. Of course, this is a little recap of what went down in August. So just bear with me. The summit will have interactive workshops inviting visitors to learn hands-on from artists who specialize in various elements of hip-hop, including DJs, breakdancers, and graffiti artists. Hip-hop pioneers, performers, and scholars will lead panel discussions about the history of hip-hop and its cultural significance in many different sectors of society. The summit is part of a 6-month long celebration of hip-hop programming and events that started in February. The new NYPL and QPL library cards are now available while supplies last in branches in the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. The new library cards are limited to one per customer and library account. The cards will otherwise cost $50 to purchase for those from out of state. Brooklyn Public Library released 13 limited edition library cards today featuring album art from rapper and cultural icon Jay-Z, one of Brooklyn's very own. For decades, Sean Jay-Z Carter has redefined and elevated music and culture on a global scale, stated Brooklyn Public Library. Well, shoot. Hold on. Oh, damn. One moment. All right, let me see where I left off here. Yes, entertainment agency Rock Nation and Brooklyn Public Library partnered to present the first exhibition dedicated to Jay-Z's The Book of Hove. The immersive experience includes never before seen images and art from Jay-Z's archives. The exhibit also includes Jay-Z's lyrics from several tracks that cover the facade of Brooklyn Public Library's Central Branch. Visitors can collect all 13 cards available at different branches across Brooklyn while supplies last. Okay. And yeah, so there you have it right there. Let me see. Let me see. Let's get into now before I go into the TV stuff, I want to actually make sure that I actually get to um some music releases. um no, I want to get to some music releases. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Let's see. Sorry, trying to look for some um Okay, let me see something here. Mm, damn, man. Hold on a second. Okay. New album releases. Okay. Yes. So let's get to it though, man. Yeah. Okay. We got some music stuff to talk about here actually. Let's get to all right. Let's head into some music Kool-Aid. We got some music album releases that we need to get to. Let's get to it right here, right now. Um, let's get into it right here, right now, and stuff. So let's get into it right here. So this is just um, okay. Um, we're gonna get into it. One moment. One moment. Okay, here it is. All right, we got some music releases that we need to get to and we need to talk about here. So this is from okay, this is from Pitchfork. Okay, so it's from Pitchfork, man. Let me see. So okay, since we in September, new albums are getting announced and released constantly. It's tough to stay on top of it all, so that's where we come in. Pitchfork is tracking notable new music releases with our guide to upcoming albums. In the coming months, there will be big new releases from Drake, Mitski, Doja Cat, Wilco, um, Yule, Georgia Smith, and Animal Collective. Oh man, Ed Sheeran, Jamila Woods, um, Sufjan Stevens, Dolly Parton, One Ultrix, Point Never, Nation of Language, The Rolling Stones, Alan Palomo, Olivia Rodrigo, Tyler Childers, Dog Star, San Morimoto, Laurel Hollow, and plenty more artists, of course, actually. Of course. So let's get into it here. So September 8th, damn, September 8th, Alabaster, the Plume come with fierce grace. Um, Angel Dust, brand new soul pop wig. Um, Bon Buju Banton, born for greatness. Um, the Chemical Brothers for that beautiful feeling. Courtney Barnett and Stella Mazgawa. End of the day. Um, Angie Mile the King. Um, okay, careful, deeper. Um, Make Them Beg for Death, Dying Fetus, The Folk Implosion, uh, Music for Kids, um, wait a minute here, Dying Fetus, um, Protect Your Light, Irreversible Entanglements. Oh shit. James Blake playing Robots into Heaven, Calf Bloom, finally, Kristen Hirsch, Clear Pond Road, Lil Faye, Bewitched, Lil Peep, and I Love McConan. Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Glass Block, Optic Sync, um, Roy's Rosin Murphy, Hit Parade, Midair by Romy, Bird Machine, Sparkle Horse, Tech Exodus, Speaker Music, Ignorance and Power, Stigmatism, Teasel Touchdown, How Do You Sleep at Night, Tyler Childers, Rustin in the Rain. V&A, a song for Leon. Then you got damn, there's so many. Hold on, there's so many names that I never even heard of before. But then there's so many names I never even heard of before. But so yeah. There's so many names that I never even heard of before. But I'll save September 13th for next week. For next time, actually. Not next week, but probably next time. No, I'll save this for next week, for next time. All right, so I'll save this page actually. Okay. Now okay, so there is this, so now I didn't know about this biopic in regards to Bob Marley. Now this one right here is an interesting one right here. This is an interesting one right here. And we're gonna get into this one right here. The Man Cave Popcorn right here, man. All right, so let's get into it right here. Okay. All right, so there is a Bob Marley biopic that I didn't even know about this shit until I saw this on People. And this is according to People. Okay, so Bob Marley's life and legacy is headed to the big screen. On Thursday, Paramount Pictures debuted the first teaser trailer for Bob Marley One Love, starring Kingsley Ben Adir as the late singer and Lashana Lynch as his wife Rita. The movie celebrates the life and music of an icon who inspired generations through his message of love and unity, according to a synopsis. On the big screen, for the first time, discovered Bob's powerful story of overcoming adversity and the journey behind his revolutionary music, the synopsis added. The film is produced in partnership with the Marley family. Ziggy Marley, age 54, the eldest son of the late reggae legend, wrote on Instagram Wednesday, "Nothing happens before its time, and now is the time for the story of our father Bob Marley to be represented in a biopic theatrical release coming in 2024. Now, there's no exact release date on that for next year, so this is more of a wait and see. You've heard the music and you think you know the man, do but do you really understand what he went through and what moments shaped him into the person he became? He added. Ben Nadir, age 37, previously played President Barack Obama on Showtime's The Comey Rule and Malcolm X in One Night in Miami. He currently appears on the Marvel Disney Plus series Secret Invasion. Reader, now age 76, married the jamming singer in 1966, and the pair remained together until his death in 1981 at age 36. The movie is dedicated by, no, excuse me, the movie is directed by Ronaldo Marcus Green, who made his directorial debut with King Richard. Zach Balin, the screenplay writer for King Richard, wrote the script for the Marley film. Okay. Ziggy continued his post saying that this film will bring you to witness for the first time what it was like to be around the legend, to see his pain, his sorrows, his joys, and his redemption. Filmed in England and Jamaica, the cast and crew represents one of the most unique creations to ever come out of Hollywood studio, the father of seven added. Authenticity fills the screen with numerous Jamaican actors doing us proud and representing the culture. Filmed at the actual places where Bob walked, played football, and sang like Trenchtown and Bull Bay in Kingston. It is an artistic creation that we are proud of and want you to enjoy, to be entertained, but also be inspired. Ziggy added that the family produced the film with Paramount, and for us, it represents the continuation of Bob's message and growth. His younger brother, fellow Grammy winning musician Stephen Marley, aged 51, also shared the news on his own Instagram page. Wow. Continues Ziggy. With this release, we look forward to inspiring not only the longtime fans, but also the younger generation, giving them a vehicle that opens the door to explore Bob's life and music, and in so doing, expand his universal message of unification, justice, and peace throughout the earth. We do this with purpose and are delighted to share with you the trailer for Bob Marley One Love, the movie he wrote, Rastafari. Bob Marley One Love hits theaters January the 12th of next year, which is 2024. All right, there you have it. Mark your calendars. January 12th is the date of the movie that's going to be coming out. I want y'all to go check this out. All right. In other movie news, let's get to another thing. The lady's first documentary. Yes. Hold on a second. Hold on. The lady's first documentary. Okay, let me get that. All right. Let's get rid of it. This one is probably not, you know. One moment. right. Let me see. Where was I? Yes. This is what I was trying to look for. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'll get back. I'll get back to it though, man. Let me go to some other. I'll get back to it though. Um. Okay, so there are some movies in full swing that's happening through Labor Day. Let's see. Because we really got through October. No, we really got through July and August. So we really got so so obviously Mission Impossible, Barbie, and Oppenheimer already came out. Um, so let's see, and of course, not that you have to choose one or the other. As Tom Cruise said on Twitter, I love a double feature, and it doesn't get more explosive or more pink than the one with Oppenheimer and Barbie. August also promises a new take on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and introduces a new DC superhero, which is Blue Beetle. Already came out already. Here's a month by month guide of this summer's new movies. So let's take a look here. We already we already got all this. We got Mission Impossible already came out already. Um, we have really got Mission Impossible that already came out already. Let me see, and Mission Impossible already came out already. What else? Joyride, Lesson, Biosphere, Earth Mama. We already got Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 already came out. The Miracle Club, 20 Days, and I don't even know how to pronounce this, but sorry. Yeah, 20 Days in Marupo. Yeah, Marupo. They cloned Tyrone. Yeah, Barbenheimer already came out already. The Beanie Bubble. It really got tough. Well, yeah, and of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem already came out already. Shortcomings, Meg 2, The Trench, Passages, A Compassionate Spy, ha, Dreaming Wild, Promise, obviously Gran Turismo. It got moved from the 11th to the 25th of August because of the stupid ass strikes that's going on right now. Heart of Stone, Internal Memory, Blue Beetle already came out. Strays came out. Uh, let's see. Bottoms, They Listen, Scrapper, Fremont. Equalizer 3 already came out, which I will talk about in a sec. So I'm not even gonna really get into all the streaming stuff. I'm not even gonna get into all the streaming stuff though, man. I'm really not. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. What is this? Let me see. Let me see something here. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Think okay. Let's get to I forgot where I was yes, I meant to I don't know what happened here, but I'm gonna get back to let me see what's going on here. Let me get back to the yes, so the lady's first documentary. Okay, so the official trailer for Netflix's documentary Ladies First, a story of women in hip hop, has a lot of fans in an uproar. Of course, within the promo video released on Tuesday, July 25th, the clip showed no signs of Nicki Minaj or Missy Elliott. Many took to social media sounding off about the doc allegedly not including two of hip hop's most revered trendsetters. The preview does feature a plethora of other high profile artists from today and of the past, including Queen Latifah, MC Light, Roxanne Shante, Ice Spice Sweetie, and Lotto, according to a tweet from Pop Crave podcaster Sean Allen, who is involved with the project, alleged that Minaj and Elliott both wouldn't license their music or videos to the documentary. The claim could possibly be a reason why neither is featured in the trailer, but it doesn't entirely mean that they are not mentioned in the doc. Missy and Nicki didn't let us license their music, Allen claimed, to which social media began chiming in and showing their disdain for the film. Um, as some fans still weren't convinced by Allen's claims, one person wrote, "We really got to sit down and talk. Why do they keep excluding Nicki Minaj from these topics? Like she isn't the most successful female rapper of all time." He continued with, "They are literally trying to wipe her from the history books due to personal vendettas. Y'all can't wipe her from history when her impact is so humongous. I wonder why Missy Elliott didn't want her music, the want her music, or want to be in the allegedly the latest first documentary. A doc about women in hip hop and no Missy seems wild to me," said another person. Um, 4-part Netflix Strong Black Lead program is a timely limited doc series that recontextualizes the oppressible women of hip hop and their role in the genre's 50 years by reinserting them into the canon where they belong at the center from day one to the present day, reads its rundown. When each installment femcees femcees from all eras will be highlighted, including the aforementioned Cast Dog, Tierra Whack, City Girls, Lil Kim, Yam Ma, Glorilla, Trina, Remy Ma, The Brat, Rhapsody, and more. Prominent hip hop figures, journalists, and more will also provide commentary as pioneers, including Sharrock and Roxanne Shante, give insight as well. Of course, the ladies first documentary is out right now on Netflix, you can check it out right now for yourselves. So there you go, right there. And let's get to the box office. Let's get to the box office. Um, actually, actually, let's get to yes. yes, let's get to let's get to the box office and stuff, man. So the previous movie that's out right now, which had to switch its date from August 11th to the 25th of August, is Gran Turismo. Yes. So Gran Turismo Gran Turismo narrowly beat Barbie at the box office in its opening weekend, earning $17.3 million. Gran Turismo's original release date was delayed due to the strikes, but utilized special screenings to build interest and positive reactions. However, the revenue from these special screenings has been included in its opening box office numbers, generating some controversy over how box office grosses are tallied. Oh, come on, man. Give me a break. Gran Turismo appears to have taken first place at the box office in its opening weekend. Originally set to release on August 11th, Sony chose to delay its release to August 25th due to the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. To counteract the movie stars, which include David Harbour, Orlando Bloom, and Archie um, Madekwe as Jan Martinborough. Ooh. A real life gamer turned race car driver being unable to promote the film. Sony held special screenings leading up to the new release date using the generally positive reactions and word of mouth to drum up interest. Um, That strategy has since paid off as Gran Turismo has reportedly taken first place at the domestic box office. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Gran Turismo earned $17.3 million in its opening weekend, placing just above the box office juggernaut Barbie, which grossed another $17.1 million. However, these box office figures are already creating some controversy as Gran Turismo's opening grosses reportedly also include the $3.9 million during those early screenings. Is this is it a success or not? That's a good question. Let's see. While it's become a standard for studios to lump in earnings made from early screenings with their opening weekend grosses, it's only by including this additional revenue that Gran Turismo was able to win the weekend without the early screenings. Barbie, now in its sixth weekend, would have taken first place at the domestic box office. Additionally, as final numbers uh, from Sunday are tallied on Monday morning, it's entirely possible Barbie will retake the lead, which is not going to happen. Actually, it whether or not Sony has inflated the opening weekend box office for Gran Turismo may end up being besides the point. After all, a $17.3 million opening isn't great news for a movie that has an estimated budget of around $100 million. In order to turn a profit, Gran Turismo needs to bank a figure closer to $200 million. The movie released earlier in international markets where it's already earned $36.5 million, but even that is falling short of what Sony likely wanted from a summer release based off a popular video game. Gran Turismo's a cinema score could see it continues to perform in the world in coming weeks, but it's more likely that's coming in first place on opening weekend will be its biggest box office achievement. Okay, so there you have it right there. Um, there you have it right there. Let's see. David Corenswet. David Corenswet. Yes, David Corenswet has been casted as the new Superman. And this is from EW, Entertainment Weekly. After a lengthy search, Hollywood next big screen Clark Kent is found. Superman legacy director and co-head of DC Studios James Gunn confirmed, the politician actor David Corenswet is the new Man of Steel to help lead Warner Brothers DC Universe into a new era. In addition to the marvelous Mrs. Maisel star um, Brosnahan is cast as Lois Lane, rising reporter of the Daily Planet newspaper and Superman's love interest. Corin Sweat was among those previously rumored as frontrunners to take on the role, in addition to actors like Nicholas Holt, Jacob um, Elordi, Tom Brittany, and Andrew Richardson. Brosnahan, Phoebe Dyneva, and Emma Mackey were among the names reportedly being considered to play Lois. Um, in a 2019 interview with EW, Corin Sweat, who starred on um, Ryan Murphy's Hollywood, shared his dreams of one day playing Superman. My pie in the sky ambition is definitely to play Superman, he shared. I would love to see somebody do an upbeat throwback take on Superman. I love the Henry Cavill dark and gritty take, but I would love to see the next one be very bright and optimistic. Of course, Henry Cavill was the last actor to portray Clark Kent Superman in DC's film slate, starting with 2013's Man of Steel and ending with a cameo in 2022's Black Adam. Amy Adams played Lois in the Cavill era. The star previously revealed plans to return to the role before Gunn and Peter Safran announced their new direction for these superhero movies. Upon meeting with Gunn and Safran, Cavill broke the news to his fans that he would, after all, not be returning as Superman. We didn't fire Henry. Henry was never cast, Gunn clarified to the press at the time, adding, I think he's getting dicked around by a lot of people, including the former regiment at this company. But this Superman is not Henry for a number of reasons. Those reasons have to do with the fact that Superman Legacy is more about a younger Clark coming of age. Announced in January, the film will follow the character's journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing in Smallville, Kansas. Gunn, who is directing and writing the film, called it the true beginning of the DCU. Superman Legacy will kick off the first phase of new DC storytelling on screen titled Gods and Monsters. It's slated to release in theaters on July 11, 2025. Depending on the stupid strikes, I hope it doesn't consist to all the way to July of next year. I hope not, man, because this has gone far enough, man. Anyway, the next one, I think. Hold on a second. Anyway, let's see. Let's go to. Let's go to finale. The final season of Grownish right here, man. Let's get into it right here. This is crazy, man. Everybody, wow, final seasons. Damn. All right. We're gonna get into it right here. Um, we'll get into it. I'm gonna wrap up in a couple of seconds. Anyway, let's get into it right here. TV show checkouts. Okay, Grownish, according to USA Today. Oh boy, I do apologize for that right there. Um, yes, so the first part of the final season of Grownish is coming your way this week, which already happened June 28th on Freeform. The show has been approved for a sixth season, with the first half to premiere. Let's see, the first half to premiere this summer, which already happened, and the second half to come early 2024. The spinoff of ABC's Blackish sitcoms has followed the lives of the younger members of the Johnson family as they navigate leaving home and college life. For the first four seasons, we've watched Zoe, played by Yara Shahidi, attend a fictional California university and forge her own path. The most recent season followed Andre Jr., played by Marcus Scribner, and his college career. The number of episodes has yet to be released, but Shahidi said the final season will include the 100th episode of the season, a rare feat for a TV show today. As TV seasons become shorter, this means we can expect at least 13 more episodes of Grownish, as the season already has 87 episodes. Grownish ending means the entire Ish universe, which includes Black Ish, Grownish, and Mixed Ish. Um, Started in 2014 by Kenya Barris and has won a collective total of 74 primetime Emmy wins and 265 nominations. Blackish and its spin-offs have tackled a number of social issues ranging from police brutality, feminism, colorism, and the importance of celebrating Juneteenth through its comedic style that endeared, the shows to audiences. In a promotion video for the final season, Shahidi expressed her gratitude for all the supporters of the show. It has been such an honor to play Zoe and grow up alongside her for the last 9 years, says Shahidi, who played the oldest daughter Zoe in Blackish and Grownish. We want to take the time to thank you all for the love and support that has kept us going. And yeah, it's crazy, man. Um, Show star Shahidi and Scribner will return for the final season. The show cast has not yet to be confirmed, but it's expected that season 5 regulars Trevor Jackson's Aaron and Diggy Simmons Doug will appear, as well as stars from earlier seasons. Of course, in the teaser video, Shahidi hinted at some big name guest stars, including Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals and Lil Yachty, with more announcements to come. Of course, you can where to stream Grownish. The show streams exclusively on Freeform. For those without cable, the channel is available on Hulu Live, Direct TV Stream, and YouTube TV. Past seasons are available to watch on Hulu, where plans start at $7.99 per month with ads. Okay, and one more thing actually involving TV stuff. So this right here has to do with hang on a second. Okay, this one right here has to do with okay, this one right here has to do with Superman Lois renewed for 10 episode seasons at CW. The CW has renewed Superman and Lois for a 10 episode fourth season following months of negotiations. It will be the last remaining DC series on the network next season. Superman Lois, which was part of the CW's Arrowverse, was one of the 3 shows on the network, all from Warner Brothers Television and studio-based Berlanti Productions, which were awaiting renewal decisions alongside All-American, Homecoming, and Gotham Knights, which Gotham Knights got canceled. As reported by Deadline earlier this evening and later confirmed by the CW, Superman Lois and All American Homecoming are getting picked up for next season alongside previous renewed tentpoles All American and Walker, which both got renewed. Freshman series Gotham Knights has been canceled. To make the dual deals possible, there will be budget cuts that include reducing the number of series regular cast members. Superman Lois has 12 series regulars. Deadline hears the leads are not expected to be affected, but supporting cast members will likely be. Additionally, the CW is likely to share some library streaming rights to Superman and Lois, which is now available on Max. We are thrilled to bring All American Homecoming and Superman and Lois back to the CW, said Brad Schwartz, president of entertainment, the CW network, in a statement. These series are two of our strongest performers across our linear and digital platforms, with some of the most passionate fan bases in all of television. We are grateful to our partners at Warner Brothers Television and Berlanti Productions for their continued collaboration, and we cannot wait to get started on the new seasons. Superman Lois has been on par with All American and Walker, but with its superhero nature, it also is more expensive due to extensive special effects. In addition to trimming the cast, the series likely would lean more heavily into its core premise as a family drama going forward, while still honoring its superhero roots. The size of its order, 10 episodes versus 13 for the other legacy CW series, also reflects its high cost. And of course, created by Greg Berlanti and Todd Helbing and based on the DC Comics characters, the series stars Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulick as the famous duo. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I missed anything. Hold on a second. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh, wait. Let me see if I missed anything. Oh man, let me see. Wait a minute. Tyler Hoechlin possibly leaving. Wait a second. Tyler Hoechlin possibly leaving. Wait a second here. Okay. Tyler. Wait. Even Superman and Lois. Let me see. Okay. Let me hurry it up though, man. This is crazy. Was he possibly leaving? What? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure I actually see this. Um, Yes. Here it is. What's this about? So it's been some, and this is from Kryptonite. This is kryptonsite.com actually. Let's see. So rumblings have been circling on social media for the past day, and this evening, Deadline confirmed the news that majority of the Superman Lois cast has been Bob Hart Abisholad, meaning only a small amount of cast is being retained as series regulars status for season 4. As budget cuts, um, budget cuts surely have a lot to do with this. With the now next star on CW wanting to cut what they are paying per episode shortly after contracts and timing, especially as we don't know when the current WGA strike will end, factored in as well. It is said that season 4 will focus more on the family. Yeah, more on the family. On the bright side, Michael Cutlets will be sticking around as Lex Luthor. And now for the bad news. Here is who's said to be leaving the show, or at least having more limited presence, as they will no longer be series regulars. Oh boy. Okay. This is crazy. So Emmanuel Caracoy, Eric Valdez, hold on, yeah, Eric Valdez, Indy Navette, Wale Parks, Taylor Buck, Dylan Walsh, Sophia Hasmick. So the hope is that some of these people will still appear on the show on a regular guest star basis, pending actor availability and interest. However, on social media, it appears that the wife of Dylan Walsh is telling people that General Lane will not be back due to the pay offered. And Superman Lois season 4 will likely premiere on the CW in 2024, and each and every one of these people were talented additions to the ensemble who will be missed. It's also not the greatest look for the show that all of the remaining cast members who have been kept as series regulars are Caucasians, and so the diversity of the show will definitely be taking a hit. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Superman Lois season 5 still possible. Exec talks, cast cuts. I'm gonna touch base on that maybe. I'm gonna touch base on that probably on a future episode, man. All right. Okay. I think that's gonna wrap up right now, man. All right. All right. This is gonna be the final segment right here. I'm sorry if I'm not able to get to. I'm not able to get to. Let me see the places to go, man. I'm sorry if I'm not gonna be able to get to that. Um. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on a second. Yeah, I do want to plug in. I do want to plug in. Hold on a second here. I do want to plug in. Let me let me just wrap this up right here. So this is Stream Choices on the Go, man. Let's get to it right here, right now, man. As I wrap this up right here. So here it is. All right, man. If you miss any episodes whatsoever, please feel free to follow the podcast my New York Avenue podcast show that I'm doing on Facebook, Threads, alongside with Instagram, alongside with my other two podcast shows that I do, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the sports platform that I do, the review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast as well, and myself, G Money Stash 555 in Queens, New York. Turn your notifications so you don't forget where you don't forget where each episode is going to be dropping. So let's see. Hold on a second here. Yeah, I do want to plug in something actually, in terms of places to go. Yeah, I do want to plug in something. So there is an event that's going down Saturday, September 16th, which is Supreme Bars, the ultimate MC and producer tournament, which is for the end of the summer, which takes place at Secret Pour 1114 DeKalb Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11221. And you can take the J train to um to Koshishko. All right. So you would have to go to their page on Supreme Bars NY to see if you can get tickets and more information and stuff like that. So there you have it right there, man. And yeah. All right, so and for the most important thing, I actually want to, you know what? I said I was gonna wrap this up, man, but I always forget that I'm over 3 hours. But all right. All right, if you go to the link in bio, you're gonna see a whole list of art streaming platforms. For you at home, make sure you download these apps as I list them and all that other stuff. So let me just for the most part, let me just include some places to do for the weekend. I'm sorry. Places to do for the weekend. I'm sorry. And this is yes, so let me get to so there is a Korean festival and marketplace that's going to debut in Brooklyn and Manhattan that takes place September 9th to the 10th. So you can go check that out as well. And there's also a VMA block party this weekend in Lower Manhattan. All right. And there's also you can check that out as well. So they hold on a second. Yeah, there you have it right there. You can check that out for yourself on www.amny.com/entertainment/things to do. You're going to see the Brooklyn paper and you're going to see Lower Manhattan as far as the VMA block party that's going to be included this weekend in Lower Manhattan and the Hangawi Korean Festival and Marketplace to debut in Brooklyn and Manhattan September 9th to the 10th. You can check it out for yourself for more information and all that great stuff right there. And in the meantime, let's get into the list of places where you can listen to the episodes. So if you want to hear more of me, starting with Audacity, Amazon Music, Audible, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, and the newly added streaming platform Snipped, SNIPD, Spotify for podcasters, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, iHeartRadio included, alongside with my other two podcasts that's also on there as well. And also subscribe to the podcast on every streaming platform, including iHeartRadio, which includes Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and my number one show, Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast. And also do the same for YouTube. Grab the subscribe button. Make sure you click on the noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Share the episodes, share the videos, and of course, be sure to listen, stream, watch the episodes in case you miss any of them whatsoever. Tell a friend to another friend. Share the podcast with the link that says linktree/gmoneystacks555 along with the podcast on every streaming platform with your husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, and people you cool with from work and everything else in between. All right, so that's gonna do it. I'm up out of here. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me on episode 288. All right, I'm about to be out of here. Remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. And also, be sure to find something, look for something that clicks to you, that makes you happy, that makes you happy creatively, mentally, physically, and spiritually, that gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. And remember, New York wasn't built in a day, man. Everything takes time with process, man. Whatever craft you're into, have fun with it. All right? I'm up out of here. Peace out. One love. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody.